In this video, we are going to be talking about 5 different techniques on how to unlock the full flavor of your pipe smoking experience. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Pipe Dreams podcast. We're just going to get right in it today on unlocking the full flavor of your pipe tobacco and how to, create a much better experience when it comes to pipe smoking. There's a few different techniques. We're going to get to 5 of them. Let's just get right to it. Let's try to make this somewhat quick.
Yeah. So what's the first one then?
First one I got written down is essentially your exterior environment.
Yeah. And I can kind of, because I put a couple notes over here on it. I was listening to this dude that was saying about him drinking coffee, and I can kind of see it too. He's like, first couple sips in the morning of coffee, doesn't taste the greatest. He said, as soon as I go outside, that next sip, he's like, it completely changes. And some of the notes I put down, it says, smoking tobacco outdoors can enhance the flavor due to several factors. One, the fresh air can dilute the smoke, making it a less intense and potentially allowing more nuanced flavors to come through. And it says the different outdoor environments can introduce various scents and aromas that might interact with the tobacco smoke, altering the overall experience. Personally, I do love smoking out in the woods, like hunting, especially in autumn with all those smells and stuff. I think that most of the tobaccos, they taste unbelievable. I feel like I could taste way more than I do in this basement.
Yeah, I think it's also, pipe tobacco grown outdoors, is properly dehydrated how it is. Some of these tobaccos are dried and smoked.
Yeah.
Not smoked like this, but like in a barn with certain woods and everything to get certain flavors added to them. So I feel like smoking them outdoors is the most appropriate. And that's one way. Some people have, like we do, sort of like a little smoking cave down here. Pipe tobacco doesn't really stay in anything. I guess if you had bookshelves and things like that around you, the papers in the books might hold some flavor. Or not some flavor, but some of the aroma. And that's just kind of setting the nasal palate almost.
Yeah, he says it clears your nasal cavities or whatever.
Nasal.
And if you know anything about taste and stuff, it says I'm pretty sure it's 90% of your taste comes from your smell.
Yeah, and plus there's probably also a bit of maybe a placebo, maybe just a mental thing going on. If there's a lot of smoke around you, other people's smoke could alter the experience, the taste, whatever. But being outdoors, that fresh air, I feel like it's almost like may even add or help clear the palate in some regard with that freshness.
Yeah, we're talking about the taste too.
The taste, the smell, adds.
You might not have as much smell though. That's what the one note I saw was that with the wind and just being outdoors, the smoke doesn't stay around. It actually dilutes the smell. But we're talking about what enhances the actual taste of the tobacco.
Yeah. So it's basically your exterior environment. And the next one, what you're doing to complement the smoke, but taking in. So
also clear
drinking.
The palate, but it also helps clear the palate too.
Yeah. So first we're talking about the aroma essentially, which is adding. But now the second technique is having something to help complement it, like an item such as coffee well, hydration is key as well. So if you're dehydrated, there's a different experience because this is sort of sometimes can, if you're not doing it correctly, burn your tongue and make you feel dehydrated. You agree?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, sometimes if you're smoking enough, you're like,
Oh, your
tongue's totally dry.
Yeah, dry. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So having, like, I'm just drinking water today. I'm going to the gym after this. So I can't be drinking alcohol like I normally am. But
And I'm drinking only this because we're eventually getting to the point here where it says carbonation really does help.
yeah, and that's in the same point of hydration and basically just having a certain drink. And I had water. I've done it with coffee. I love drinking black coffee with pipe and smoking pipe tobacco. Whiskey's great. I love doing it with mead, port wine, brandy, craft beer, dark rum, things like this. You know, you were saying
Yeah, so
things with carbonation.
I would mainly say like just the carbonation. He said tannins. The
Yeah.
top three.
So port
is
wine.
Tannins, carbonation, and alcohol. And the one that has all those is champagne. And he was saying there's a reason why they give you champagne and like when you're like with a what is it called when like they come out with
the
cheese and
charcuterie board.
charcuterie board. Like that's why they always have champagne there with your cheeses and your meats, because if there's fats on your tongue, mainly fats and oils and stuff, that it lingers. Like it stays on your taste buds, and then you don't actually get the full enjoyment of the next cheese or whatever else you're eating. So he was saying that's why they give champagne to clear the palate, mainly because of the fats. So if you didn't eat like, I think he was also saying you shouldn't eat before you like really fatty foods before you smoke, if you're trying to really enjoy the flavors. So that's why like champagne, he said, is the best bet. He said tannins, carbonation, and alcohol. So if you're going to go the whiskey route, you're only getting one of the three.
Yeah.
I don't think I really enjoy drinking whiskey with pipes.
I like smoking a pipe always with a drink.
Yeah, alcohol.
I like
just
water.
know- Huh?
I mean, water as
What?
well. But I
Is
mean,
it-
I mean, if you're just like, it's not, if it's in the morning or the afternoon,
Yeah, but usually you
there
drink
goes all
coffee.
the alcohol options.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Teas. He said anything with tannins.
I just know
Teas.
that whenever we're down here smoking 3, 4, 5 pipes, water has to be involved.
I don't think I've ever drank water with smoking a pipe. Because he said, like, hey, teas
Especially
have
once your
tannins.
tongue's like burning.
I mean, I think after a while, maybe. But
That's just technique number 2. Third one is the type of blend that you have. Now, if you have a difficult time really pinpointing each specific tobacco blend, not just the blend, like the actual type of tobacco, it might be if you're like a newcomer to this. Starting with arrow. The third technique we have going here is now this is more for maybe newcomers. It might not be the best idea just to grab like a burley and hope that is going to, enhance your experience in pipe smoking. It might be a better idea to start with something with a very distinct Cavendish and aromatic
that have flavors.
that have flavors that you can taste, and then you can start from there and then go towards more milder blends and then into the stronger blends. So if you're smoking something pretty rough and if you're new to it and you don't really like pipe smoking, work your way back to some lighter, maybe fruitier, nuttier options. And there's plenty of Cavendish options out there. Hit us up in the comments, whatever, if you have any questions, or watch some of our previous videos where we talk about some of the best summer blends or our favorite Cavendishes. Like, there's some good options out there that pretty much anyone can taste some good flavor in some of those lower ones. And then as you get more experienced, you can start enjoying the stronger blends. Almost just like anything. Whenever you're 17, 16 years old, you're likely not going to be enjoying whiskey, but you might enjoy a Miller Lite. And then as you get a little bit older, you start acquiring, more and more taste
Yeah,
for things.
I think
like
it just
that.
comes with
I think
age,
it's a
too.
similar process of pipe tobacco. And so, just be cognizant of the type of tobacco you're smoking. next technique: quality tobacco and quality pipe. We've noticed this. You were probably the first one that really got a really expensive pipe. Not
Yeah.
really expensive, 150.
The Sullivan
Yeah,
Alley.
this was 100. We were smoking a lot of these. We were
Right
smoking
now,
a lot of these corn
cob.
cobs.
I mean, corn cob does the work though, but
Yeah. Even something like this is a nice $35 pipe. It does the job, but until you have a $100 plus pipe, I would say roughly, there's so much more flavor in these.
yeah, especially if you like. Where's that one I was just looking for? My newest one. It's around here somewhere, but I was smoking one that I thought I liked for a while. It was a Christmas cookie one. I'm gonna have to go back to it again, try it out. But I was smoking out of a pipe that I've smoked many tobaccos out of, and I put it in that one, my new pipe, and I actually hated the flavor. I didn't really care for it anymore because it was a brand new pipe. You were actually really able to taste the flavors, and it was not the greatest at all. So expensive pipes,
Yeah, and there was,
not too expensive pipes, but expensive pipes.
I forget which one it was. I was smoking it out of this one, and I was okay with the blend and everything. And then you smoked the same one out of like your $150 pipe,
Mhm.
and it did not even taste like the same exact tobacco. And so
I mean,
I know that's important, and it, plus the quality of tobacco, because we grew up on all that Captain Black stuff,
oh yeah,
and a lot of the, just every single tobacco shop, not like a tobacconist or anything, like I'm talking where people go every day for cigarettes and to gamble,
yeah.
those type of stores where you just get Captain Black there in
Ours is
bulk.
called 3Bs.
So we had a lot of that stuff whenever we first started, not the biggest fans of that. So just buy some quality tobacco and a quality pipe. I mean, if it's gonna be something, I mean, these things are gonna last.
A long time.
You know, $80 plus pipes are pretty good. And so the last point is just patience. You know, taking your time with smoking, with packing your pipe, and ensuring not to burn your tongue is a important point. You know, whenever I was brand new at pipe smoking, my one friend and I,
Yeah.
we packed it full of, it was probably Captain Black. One of the very first times I had it, and we were just one after another, just puffing the heck out of it, until we were basically just spitting tar out on the road. Because it's not really meant to be full blast fire inside of here for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Burn our tongues, tar coming out.
Which pipe was that? I can't even remember.
It's actually probably this one, my very first pipe. Yeah.
I bet you it was.
Yeah, so that was a mistake. So yeah, just avoid little things like that, and the whole pipe smoking experience can be enhanced just with
by
these few tips.
a few simple
And they come with time.
changes.
You know, time and smoking, you'll figure these things out. But you know, if we can just give you these little shortcuts right here, save you the hassle. But what are you smoking?
I'm smoking Caves Cove Cavendish. We're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, talking about.
You never smoked that.
Well, I wanted something light to what we're talking about, like starting with something like this. If you want to start with the tobacco, this is one.
Oh yeah.
It is smooth and it has a lot of flavor. Doesn't burn your tongue. Definitely one to start with though.
And I'm smoking some White Rose by the Country Squire. Pretty much exactly how it would sound.
It's perfect.
Very like gentle. Very
Snowflake like.
gentle, subtle,
Fragile.
fragile, very emotional. No, I'm kidding. But it's a flavorful one. But the flavors are, you know, you got to sit there. And I guess here's the thing that we really didn't talk about. I've talked about it before. The way that you pull the smoke in, sometimes through your nose, the way you kind of play with it, exhaling it through here, and there's all these different ways you can kind
It's called the
play with
retrohale.
That, you know, whenever I'm really focused on smoking this one, you can really taste those very subtle flavors in the White Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can. It's not really a point because we name 5 points there. to get some extra flavor that you might not get from your mouth is like if you go like this. It's kind of like called a retro hair, I think, but like just smelling it too really does help. Like right there, I wasn't tasting the nuttiness from that, and as soon as I did that earlier, it was instant. I smelled it, and I tasted it. But if you smoke pipes, you don't inhale that. I would not recommend that. But
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. But that's pretty much all we have for this.
simple
Yeah.
topic.
Check out our other videos. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions,
Instagram, Rumble, YouTube. Top 3 videos still the same. Yeah.
That's all. Hope you enjoy your pipe smoking experiences.
Peace.
Peace.